When you accomplish something, it hits different for a lot of different reasons, but the confidence that you gain going after a goal that was tough, that was challenging, that you might not have thought that you were able to do, and actually doing it, it gives you confidence for so many other things. So I'll talk about my experience with that. I just accomplished a goal that really scared me, that was tough. So if you all have been watching the past videos, you know that I was training for a High Rocks. I just completed a High Rocks in the pro solo division. I've done 3 doubles with my brother in the past few years, but this was the one where I was like, okay, I got to do a solo one, and I got to do it in the pro category where it's a lot heavier weights and all that other type of stuff. And I trained 4 months very, very hard, 2-a-days, 4 out of my 6 training days of the week. And I learned a lot, and I learned 4 key things by accomplishing this goal that I'll take with me in so many other facets of life. The reason why I put goals and tough things on my schedule, on my calendar, and things that I like to do is not just for the benefit of the actual thing. It's for the benefit of other things that happen. So wait, before you go forward in this video, I'm trying to grow this channel. If you don't mind clicking that subscribe button, I want to get these subscribers up so I can just keep pumping out these videos. Now, back. Number 1, what I learned was I'm capable of just so much more output, so much more mental capacity, so much more of a physical capacity. Doing 2-a-days, it felt like I was back in high school, right? And so when you get in your 30s, you're like, oh, how can I put in 1 hard workout a day, let alone 2 hard workouts on top of, family life, on top of job, on top of trying to do some entrepreneurship things, on top of creating videos. There's a lot of things going, but I realized that I was capable of more because I was able to be disciplined with my time and schedule my time effectively. I realized how many things where time sucks by me just not being disciplined with my time, by being and seeing open blocks of time and just letting them be and letting them float and maybe scroll, maybe watch a video, whatever. But when I was like, man, I'm trying to get in 2 training sessions, I'm trying to, really perform at my peak capacity, I dialed in and had this narrow focus, and it helped from a time standpoint because I was like, every hour matters. I can't just BS and, BS my time away because I'm like, if I miss this training period, if I miss, something that's really important towards this goal, because I'm just not utilizing my time right, I knew I would have felt bad. I knew that I probably wouldn't have hit my goal. So I really learned that I was capable of so much more, but it was because I maximized my time. Number 2, I was better than I thought. Typically when we have goals, they scare us. And I say this, you should have goals that scare you a little bit and that kind of make you feel like an imposter. But when you're in them and when you're doing it, when you accomplish it, it's really cool to see that, hey, you really weren't an imposter. When I ran across that finish line, everything in me was just so excited, regardless of how the time that I finished in, and I hit my goal time, but the time that I finished in, I was like, oh, I can do this. I'm meant to be here. This is great. I no longer felt like this imposter of oh, am I strong enough to finish this thing? Is my endurance there to finish this thing? Am I fast enough to finish, right? So when you accomplish something, you realize you're better than you think that you are, right? And I'm saying that, I'm speaking from my perspective. You might have a goal and be super confident and be like, hey, I know I'm going to get this goal or whatever. I'm speaking from my experience of when I put something on my calendar, I'm a little scared. And there's part of me that's I might not get there. I might not see the fullness of what it is because I'm gonna have to work really, really hard to get there. So for me, it really decreased my imposter syndrome. And so now going into other goals, I can have a little bit more confidence. I can feel a little bit less of an imposter because I know, hey, I've done something where I've felt severely like an imposter and I've done it. So anything else, I'm like, okay, maybe I don't need to be that hard on myself. Maybe I just go in with a little bit more confidence because I know I can put myself through the hard thing. I'm capable of more, and then I'm better than I thought. Number 3, I learned to control myself in the moments when things got hard. So if you've done any sort of race, a half marathon, I haven't done a marathon yet, a High Rocks, I'm just speaking of those. I used to play basketball in high school and college and stuff, but I'll speak from this specific instance that happened in the race. So about an hour and some into the race, I was on my second to last functional station, which is about a football field long of lunges with a 65 pound, 66 pound sandbag on your back. Now, 66 pounds doesn't seem like a lot, right? If you put it on your back, it's a little bit heavy, but it's not anything crazy. But when it's after almost 5 miles of running a bunch of other functional sections and then walking about a football field of a length, that seems that it's a lot, right? And so what I realized was halfway through, my mind clicked into exactly what I just said. I've already done all this work. I'm really tired, and I have basically half of a football field left to go. And it messed with me because I was like, all the energy drained. And I was like, I could drop this sandbag in high rocks. If you drop the sandbag, it's a 5-minute penalty. If you drop it again, I think you're disqualified. So I was like, I can't afford to drop the sandbag. So in that moment, I really had to control myself, and I had to figure out and I had to dial into my why. And my why going into this race was, we have a daughter on the way. I want to make sure that I'm the dad that even when things get tough, I don't quit. I figure out a way to make it happen. And so after about 3 steps of, ooh, this is real tough, this sucks, I don't know how I'm going to make it, I tapped into that, was able to keep progressing forward. And that's something that helped me, because in that moment, I realized this is just a moment. The earlier part of the race that's happened, that's done. The future part of the race that hasn't even happened yet. So if I'm putting so much weight on something that happened before or something that can happen after, in that moment, that's what sucked the energy out of me. And it was really the mental aspect. My body was able to finish the race just fine, but it was in that moment that I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. So if you can learn to control yourself in the moments when things get tough and when things get overwhelming, it's just that like second of a response instead of a reaction, instead of just reacting to the moment, that helps so much more. So in accomplishing a goal and accomplishing something hard, I really learned like, hey, in the moment, that's all that you have. We don't have to make this a bigger deal than what it is. We just have to figure out how to control ourselves in the moment and progress. Number 4 thing that I've learned by accomplishing a goal is just to do it. Put more hard goals on my to-do list on my calendar, because I was able to grow. And it doesn't just have to be a fitness thing. It could be a relationship thing. You could be like me when I was single, where I was like scared to get in a committed relationship because I was like, I don't know this whole commitment thing. That could be a goal of yours where it's like, okay, but I want to see how this turns out, because I want to figure out this area of life, right? It could be trying some entrepreneurship venture or trying a side hustle thing where you're like, who you might feel like an imposter, but you realize that, you know, at the end of the day, the worst that you can do is fail. And you're kind of just back to square one. And that's like the worst place that you could be. And that's not that bad in the grand scheme of things, right? So just doing it. And for me, is like just putting more goals on my calendar that scared me. Because for me, I'm like, oh, I gained so much confidence. Why would I stop now? Why would that be like the last goal that I put on? Try something new. I'm about to be a dad. That was a goal of mine. And so now I'm like, okay, this is going to be some scary stuff, some great stuff at the same, you know, in the same breath. But I'm like, as time goes on, as I hit different milestones, I'll become more confident. I genuinely and truly believe other things in my life are going to become so much better because there's hard things in front of me that I love doing, that I have a why and a passion for, that I might feel like an imposter at the beginning of it, but I'll figure out a way, and I'll figure out a way past it and through it with a level of grace and tenacity that is going to help my confidence going forward. And that's going to basically parlay into all other aspects of life. I know I just kind of like rambled there, but if you like really took in the essence of what I was saying, it's when you do hard things and you just do it, you're going to come out better on the other side. So again, 4 things. Number 1, I realized I was capable of more. Number 2, I was better than I thought I was. I kind of lost that imposter syndrome. Number 3, I learned how to control myself in the singular moment when it got hard. And number 4, I learned to just do it. Just put other hard things and goals on my calendar so I can learn more of those other things in the process. So I hope that this video helped you out to go after your goals, to accomplish your goals, to learn something in the process. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.